have a wonderful panel for you made up of 4 Nobel Laureates from the United States. When it came time to say who would narrate, who would facilitate this panel, I could think of no one more special than a Rickoid who was in our program in 1986, Dr. Shamit, Professor Shamit Katru.
Okay, well, obviously we have a tough act to follow, but we're going to try. So I'm Shamit Katru. I'm a theoretical physicist from Stanford, and it's my pleasure to try and moderate this very distinguished panel. So what's our goal here? Well, if you're interested in what's happening in modern science, what's been happening and what's going to happen in the future, there's certainly no better way to learn than to ask a group of distinguished scientists. So today we're actually very fortunate to have 4 of the most distinguished scientists with us: Dudley Herschbach, Wolfgang Ketterle, John Mather, and Craig Mello. They cover a vast array of fields, ranging from molecular biology and chemistry to the physics of small systems of atoms, to the physics at the very largest scales we can see, the cosmological horizon. And in this panel, our plan is that we'll hear the reflections of each of them about their work or their time in Stockholm or whatever else they would choose to reflect about. So he is the Baird Professor of Science Emeritus at Harvard University. And with Yuan Li and John Polanyi, he developed the method of crossed molecular beams, which direct well-defined fluxes of molecules that make possible detailed studies of chemical reactions under single collision conditions. And insights from his studies greatly enhanced our interpretation of reaction dynamics in terms of fundamental electronic structure. For this work, he shared the 1986 Nobel Prize in Chemistry.
Well, I've enjoyed over the years many opportunities to speak to the RSI students in the summer program that CE runs. It's clearly one of the wonderful components of the enterprise. We got to approach getting kids and the public interested in science and technology and engineering and all, which is, after all, one of the greatest adventures our species has underway. I soon learned that, chemistry is a matter at the molecular level of collisions. And I immediately got interested in that, and I had a very happy time for the next 25 years pursuing that. And I'm still pursuing it, even much later now. So I became emeritus, and at Harvard you're not allowed then. Really what education is about, any kind of education, is trying to encourage and foster a student taking ownership. It's their own thing. If you manage to catalyze that, excuse the chemical technology, why, you've done the best you can as a teacher.